Hi wonderful besties, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Luna and welcome to Luna's bookshelf. In today's video, I'm going to take you guys on the week and show you guys how many pages I realistically read in a week. I'm going to do this video I think from Monday until Friday. Today is Wednesday, so I'm a little bit late, but we're going to get that into a second. So yeah, what this video is going to contain is just me showing you guys how many pages I read. I am still a student, and most of the days I am at school, so I'm really busy. The times I read are mostly at the train, when going to school, or when I'm going back home. So yeah, I'm really curious to see. I think I've done this video before. I mean, it's a pretty popular video. But I find it very fun to make, and also for myself to see how many pages I read in like a day and how many books I kind of finished in a week. More like, it's not really a week, it's 5 days, but you know what I mean. So yeah, let's get into it. So today's Wednesday. I didn't start this video on Monday filming because I was home pretty late at Monday, so that's the reason why. And I also can immediately say that I didn't read anything on Monday, so we're starting off the week strong with 0 pages read, but that's completely fine. And then for Tuesday, so yesterday, I did read a little bit. I'm going to go into that in a second. I'm going to show you guys a little clip of me reading and starting the book, and then I'm going back to you guys when you saw that. So yeah, see you in like a minute or two. So Tuesday I read, give me a sec. I was reading Lightlark by Alex Esther. I got this book from the library and I was really intrigued by it. A lot of people liked it, so that's why I picked it up. In total, yesterday I read, so I started at page 206 and I ended at page 305 actually. That was wrong. Ended at 300 at page 305. So that means I read like 99 pages. I was almost done with the book, and yeah. So that's the only thing I read yesterday. So on Tuesday I read a total of 99 pages. Now going to the next day, which is today, Wednesday. So today, so far it's today Wednesday, it is the 11th. Yes, it's the 11th of March, and I read when I was going to school today, and I obviously started at page 306 today, and I also finished the book when I came back home on my ride home. So I finished the book. My thoughts, I don't really know what my thoughts are so far. Like, at the moment, my rating is like between a 3 and a 3.25 stars. I think I'm going for a 3.25 stars because there were some aspects I really liked about this book, but sometimes the story just felt like flat for me and I was not invested. The story was sometimes a little bit confusing. Like in the beginning, I didn't really know what was going on, and I really thought I was the only one. Just I thought it was a me problem, but then I was reading Goodreads reviews after I finished the book, and there were other people as well, people I follow who also had the same experience. So I'm very glad I'm not the only one experiencing that. So yeah, so this book follows, to be honest, I still don't know what it's about. I mean, I know what it's about, but yeah, I kind of find it weird. So there are 3 other books. I have the next book, but I'm not sure if I'm going to read it just yet. I don't know, but I think I'm going with a 3.25 stars because there are some things I did like, but also some things I found really weird. I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys, but I do think it is pretty overhyped because a lot of people I saw, especially when it first came out, people loved it and were raving about it, saying, "Wow, this is the best book ever! This is so good." But I don't think that is, at least in my opinion. I mean, it's not my favorite fantasy book. I just was really in the mood for a fantasy, and I thought, you know what, this kind of young adult book is going to be perfect for that. So yeah, but I'm glad I read it finally. So yeah, but I think the first book in this week is finished, and so far today I read 103 pages. I don't know if I'm going to read any more today, but that's why we're here now. So I'm deciding on which book to read. We have 3 options. These are the 3 options. So the first option is Nightwing, so this is the next book, but I don't know if I'm want to go for that. I think I want to read another book in between to see if I really think about the story and I really want to know what's going to happen, you know? So I think, even though it perfectly matches with my sweater, I'm not going to read this one. So this one is off. Now I have 2 other options. The first option is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I got this signed edition, this beautiful edition by the way, at the end of 2025. And I've been wanting to read this book for so long because I'm so intrigued by it and it's kind of out of my comfort zone, but I'm also kind of scared to read because I also, one day in 2025, I did start reading this, but I just wasn't in the mood for it at the time, so I soft DNF'd it. But lately, I've been kind of having more the feeling to start reading it, so maybe now is the time to read this. And I mean, look at this edition. It is stunning. I mean, even the cover is a hardcover. And it is signed, as I just said. And you can also see right here. I mean, the rest of the book is not really that special. I mean, it's just a light blue cover. But also pretty cool is that it has this, like, I'm looking, this string. Oh my god. Which I can use as a bookmark. Wow. That was really hard to find. I'm going to put it in the front. So this is option number 1. And then option number 2 is because I am kind of in a fantasy mood. I don't know, but that's also why I wanted to start reading Lightlark, because I was looking for something fantasy, and I do have quite some fantasies on my TBR. If I'm just looking at it now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fantasies. No, 6. If I'm looking at my more immediate TBR, 6 fantasies that are on my radar. But if I have to choose between all of them, this one is standing out to me, and I really want to read it. Both of these books are also on my 26 books to read 2026, so either of them will be pretty great to read. But the other book that I still have to say is The Poppy War by Eric Kwang. So A lot of people, I think everyone in the world already read this book, and I haven't, but I think maybe now is the time to read it. I'm just so intrigued. I'm also equally very scared to read it because it's also, I mean, it's not your typical kind of fantasy. It is so much more than that, which also is a reason that it scares me. So I'm going to read it back real quick. So, when Rin aced Sekiju, the test to find the most talented students in the Hikara Empire, it was a shock to everyone. That she got into Sinigard, the most elite military school in Nikan, was even more surprising. The surprises aren't always good, because being a dark-skinned peasant girl from the south is not an easy thing at Sinigard. Fighting the prejudice of her rival classmates, Rin discovered that she possesses a little unearthly power, an aptitude for the nearly mythical art of shamanism. Exploring her gift with the help of a seemingly insane teacher, Rin learns that gods, long thought dead, are very much alive, and that mastering these powers could mean more than just surviving school. For while the Empire is at peace, the Federation of Nuken still lurks across a narrow sea. The Federation occupied Nuken for decades after the First Poppy War, and only barely lost the continent in the second. And while most people calmly go about their lives, a few are very aware that the Third Poppy War is just a spark away. I mean, that sounds really intriguing. This book is from 2018, which I didn't know. It's insane. So yeah, maybe I think I'm going with this one because I'm so intrigued by it at the moment, and I've been really wanting to read it since I bought it. Because I bought the whole trilogy. Also have the second book and the last book. So what I do think is what I'm going to do is if I read this book, I'm probably going to complete the whole series. So yeah, I think I'm going to start a Poppy War, and I'm so scared for it, but also so excited to go on this journey. And I'm also going to like kind of document it for you guys. So it's also pretty cool. So yeah, I'm going to update you guys if I read or start this one. I don't know if I'm going to start it today or tomorrow. We're going to see. But yeah, that being said, I don't know what I'm going to do now, to be honest. It is okay. I have like 2 hours left until I have to left to my physiotherapy because yeah, I'm going to see what I'm going to do. Or I'm going to read, or I'm going to do some schoolwork, which I also kind of have to do, but we'll see. But I'm glad I chose the book, and I'm very excited about it. So that was it. See you guys when I have an update for you. my phone because I'm gonna be honest, I'm just too lazy to go upstairs, grab my camera and my mic to film this little clip. So we're going to do it like this. So it's the evening, still the same day as I last updated you guys, and I read a little bit more in the Poppy War by Arif Kwan, and I'm currently at page 42, chapter 3. I'm about to start chapter 3, and I'm already so invested. Like, that's insane. I haven't had that with a book in quite a long time. I was so scared to start reading this book because of like, it's so hyped up. A lot of people love this book and say it's like one of the best like fantasy, historical fantasy books they ever read. So I was like, I kind of feel pressure to liking it, but I mean, I only read 2 chapters and I'm already liking it. I'm liking the writing. I don't know how to describe it, but it's already so good. And the fact that I'm not that far in yet, but I'm already so invested and I want to keep reading and I want to like know what else is going to happen. That's really cool. And yeah. So I'm at the part where she just got into Synagard Rin, and she just punched. I'm not going to do spoilers in this vlog, by the way, but I'm just going to, I mean, this is like in the first half of the book, we know what she's going to get into at school. So that's not like a spoiler. That's not like something you don't know. I mean, it's literally at the back of the book. That's you, yeah. My cat just sneezed. It's really cute. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what else is going to happen. This is also the first book I'm reading by this author, and I was today at the bookstore and I didn't buy anything, which I'm really proud of myself for not buying anything. And I also was I was in between if I should buy Catabases or not, but I was like, no, I really want to read the Poppy War, and I'm so glad I decided to do it. I think the saying of the timing on when you read a book is so important. Like, I've read books and I think I would have liked them or maybe don't like them if I read them at another time, and I really think now is a good time to read this book because I've been wanting to read this book for quite a long time. And then I bought the books and I really wanted to start reading books, but I just didn't feel like it at the time. But now when I finished Lightlark, I was like, yep, now is the time to start this trilogy, to start Poppy War. And I'm so glad it's feeling good and it's going good and I'm liking it. So yeah, I'm thinking if I should read another chapter or if I should like watch something, because I am kind of intrigued because I mean, the chapters are quite long. I mean, they're not that long, but in comparison to a lot of books I read are, I don't know, sometimes it feels really long, the chapters, but it kind of reads pretty fast. I wanted to see how many pages it has, and it has 500. I'm trying to not spoil myself anything. 527 pages. So I'm really curious to see how far I will get into this book in this reading vlog. Now I'm kind of sad I maybe didn't do like a whole vlog dedicated to this book, to this series, but it's fine. It's okay. If you want updates on me reading this book, follow me on Goodreads, follow me on Instagram, maybe on TikTok, and I'll post some updates there of the book. So yeah, and probably, I mean, I don't want to I don't want to jinx it. I'm just going to stop talking. I'm going to read a little bit more, I think, and I don't know if I want to read. I kind of want to. Sometimes I'm really upset because I'm really loving it, but I also want to just lay back and chill, you know, because I mean, it's pretty dark. I mean, I have the lights still on, but it's not that easy to read, you know. So I think I'm just going to watch something and read tomorrow morning in the train to school. But I'm really loving it. I'm really happy. I'm liking it so far. I hope it will. I hope I will continue to like this because I'm only 40 pages in or something. So yeah, but yeah, that was my little update I wanted to tell you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hi besties, it is the next day, it is Thursday. I last updated you guys when I was reading The Poppy War, and I have another update for you. So first up, today is the next day, it's Thursday, and I want to tell you guys how much I read yesterday. So yesterday I read a total of pages of 103 pages in Lightlark, and then also 42 pages in The Poppy War, which makes a total of 145 pages on Wednesday, which is a very good day. I read obviously a little bit more today, so I started today at page 43 and I'm currently at page 110. I don't know yet if I'm going to read some more, so I'm not going to say the total just yet, but I do want to talk about the book so far. So far, I'm really loving it. I'm really invested in the story. There's a lot more going on so far. Rin is like really into academy, and this thing just happened, which is like kind of a big event, I think. But yeah, and even though that the chapters are maybe a little bit longer, I don't mind it, which is a very good sign, because if I don't really mind the fact that the chapters are longer, because most of the times of sometimes I don't like it at all, and in this book I don't mind it, that's a good sign. So yeah, I'm really loving it so far. So this is chapter 6. I think what I'm going to do today is definitely finish this chapter, so I have like a fresh start when I start reading tomorrow, but I'm not sure yet. Tomorrow I have a day off, but I still have to work for school because I have to work on my solo project for school, but I will have a little bit more free time to do some reading in between. So yeah, I'm really excited about this book. I'm really happy, and I also wanted to show you the book I just got in the mail because I'm really excited about these books as well. I just want to show you, and that it's just Friends by Haley Pham. So I follow Haley for such a long time. I followed her even before she did like book content, and it's so cool that she wrote a book. It's so cool, and in a way I'm proud of her. I know that I don't know her personally, but I just kind of feel like a proud follower, a proud fan. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews about this book, so I'm also very scared but equally like excited to start and see what my review and my rating is going to be and what my thoughts are going to be on this book. So yeah, and I mean the cover is definitely beautiful. Which I also think is sad is the fact that I saw a video where she was like recording her process of writing this book, and it was like that in the first few the first print there would be like this cool print at like in the book, but mine doesn't, which is pretty sad, just like this. But it does have like this little note from Haley, which does say that, "Hi Reader Bobs, if you're reading this, it means you are holding my first printing." So it is a first printing, but it's just missing that. And which are also very cool, which I think is very cool, is the fact that there's this chapter of the book that Haley annotated, and it just looks so cool. Like, I'm so excited to read this. I think it's really interesting. So yeah, really excited about this. I don't know if I'm going to start this just yet because I'm still reading Popular and I want to give that my full attention. But that was a real little reading update I had for you guys. So if I do read more, maybe I will film some of it, and if not, maybe I will try to update you today on how many pages I read in total to finish off today, and then we can start again tomorrow. So yeah, that was the update for today, the Thursday, the 12th of March. Hi guys, it is the next day. It is Friday the 13th. Yes, again, a Friday the 13th. It is Friday the 13th March. So I didn't update you guys yesterday, even though I said I was going to do it. I didn't because there were some things happening that made me not able to film another update. So yeah, here we are. So I'm going to tell you guys how many pages I read yesterday. So on Thursday, I obviously read The Poppy War again. And I read a total of 66 pages. So I didn't read anything else after I last updated you guys. I said, even though I said I was going to, but I didn't. So yeah. So today's Friday, and I haven't read anything yet. I don't know if I'm going to, but I'm really enjoying it. But I haven't read anything new since I last talked to you guys, so yeah. But if I do, you'll see me talk about it. So you'll see me read it and give definitely an update on how many pages I read today. And also I'm going to give you an overview of how many pages I read in total in this 5 days this week. So yeah, so you'll see me when I have an update, when I'm finished with this video. We'll see when I see you. So yeah, bye. Hi besties. It is still Friday and I decided to just end this video here because I'm not going to be reading anything else today. My mom just came home and we're going to have a little girls' night today. We're going to watch Barbie. I'm so excited for it. I don't know if I'm going to be uploading this video on Friday, but that's okay. But I do want to have like a little recap of this week. So let's take a look. So a little recap of Monday till today. On Monday, I didn't read anything. I read 0 pages. I just was really busy. I also didn't use a train, so that's also a reason why I didn't read anything. Then on Tuesday, I read a little bit more in Lightlark by Alex Esther, and I read a total of 99 pages in this book. Then the next day on Wednesday, I finished reading Lightlark, so I've read a total of 103 pages in this book. And after that, I started in The Poppy War by Eric Kwan, and I read about 42 pages in this book, so which means a total of 145 pages on Wednesday. Yesterday, Thursday, I read a bit more in Poppy War, and I read 66 pages. So today, on Friday, I didn't read again anything. I also have kind of a headache, and I just know I'm not going to be reading anything else today, so that's why I'm also finishing this video up. But that means that I read a total of 310 pages from Monday till Friday, and I only read in Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, so I only read 3 days out of the 5. But yeah, so we finished one book, I started a new book. So yeah, that was it. I'm really excited to see where this book is going. And if you want to follow me and follow updates of me reading this book, follow me on Instagram, Luna's Bookshelf, or on Goodreads, and then you can see some updates over there. So that was it for today's video. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, maybe like and subscribe and leave down in the comments how much you read this week, and leave down in the comments an emoji of a flower if you made it this far in the video. I would say see you next time. Bye!